you are a real estate agent or a real estate professional, I would pay close attention to what I'm going to tell you in this video. You may already be aware, but real estate agents are being sued in record numbers and for record dollar amounts than they've ever been sued before. And this happened in 21 and 22, and it's going up at a record pace today here in 2023. Why? What's the reason? Why is everybody going after real estate agents and suing them, primarily successfully suing them or getting a negotiated settlement? The number one thing that people are suing agents for is they have been, according to the plaintiffs, the people who are suing, they've been misled about the values of their homes. So in this don't blame me, I'm not going to take any responsibility type society, people are looking out to the deeper pockets. The deeper pockets in the real estate industry over the last few years have been real estate professionals, real estate agents. Other things that are being attacked are non-disclosure or improper disclosure, or even illegal disclosure. People are not putting everything on disclosures. They're blaming the agent. They're going after the insurance for the agent. Withheld information. If, for example, an agent knows that the house they're representing has some bad neighbors next door who party from 1 to 3 every morning, the new people buy the house, move in, they find out about the partying, and they say the agent never told us, we're suing them for non-disclosure or withheld information. Misrepresentation, same kind of thing. Next door parties every night, and they're said, well, once in a while, every couple of months, it's no big deal, that kind of thing. They're downplaying, in a lot of cases, information, some people. And I'm not blaming every real estate agent. I'm just saying this is what the mass tort and the class action attorneys are going after. So if you think about other mass tort and class action situations in the legal field in the United States, it's all over the board. I mean, there's been the cigarette lobby, there's been all of these medical things. If you've got non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, call this number. You're going to see those start popping up in 2023 as the economy gets worse. You're going to see several, a lot of times they're Texas-based, unfortunately. They got some great court system to handle this in Houston. So you'll see these national commercials looking for, have you been burned when you bought your real estate, your home? Is your home worth less than it was? Were you not disclosed everything that you needed to know? Even if you're an agent and you're following the state guidelines, you're still likely to be able to get sued, and they will make this thing into, I predict, a massive tort or a class action type thing. Because there's no way you can possibly disclose and understand everything that's going on. And a lot of times you're going to be telling these buyers in writing, here's what's happening, and they'll be shaking their head yes, and they'll be signing. But at the end of the day, their lawyer is going to convince them that they were misled and they signed, but it didn't mean anything because they didn't read it, all of this kind of stuff. And these shenanigans go on all over the place. In California, we had, over the last 10, 15 years, we've had some goofy deals where every nail salon got blamed for reusing nails that people have to get their nails done. They used them on 2 different customers. Of course, that whole process has changed, but the mass tort and the class action attorneys took on these nail salons, and they actually made law changes here in California. Another one is the curbs and gutters weren't properly slanted and ramped to accommodate folks in wheelchairs. Even if it's an area where you would never go with a wheelchair, they were able to sue a lot of cities and win. Once again, it's nuisance stuff, but they're able to win large amounts of dollars. Now, last year, the average payoff for a lawsuit of this kind of category was $39,000. And once again, they're going after the professional liability, their E&O insurance. And it's not just real estate agents, it's brokers and the agents themselves, it's appraisers and other real estate professionals. They're also blaming these folks for giving incorrect projections about the future values of the house. Keep in mind, even if you put it in writing, they can refer back and say, listen, I was told by such and such that this house would continue to increase in value, or if I bought it as a rental, that it would continue to bring this kind of dollar. Now, we're in a rental crash right now as we talk here in January 2023, and later this year, you're going to see home prices crash. We're going to talk about that in another video, but be very careful when you're selling one of those homes. Do every disclosure that you're recommended that you should do. by your local MLS, group of realtors, National Association of Realtors, whatever groups you belong to. Do everything and then some. And if you're a broker, I would definitely check with your lawyers to get yourself up to speed on some of these new actions that are coming. But once again, in this, I'm not taking any responsibility for anything happened to me, and everybody else is to blame. And they got to pay me to live and breathe and eat and have a place to live. They're going to come after you, and they'll do all kinds of things. They'll slash and burn, but they always go where the big money is. And those of you who are watching this, you guys know within the last few years, you made really good money as real estate agents. Just like as investors, we've made really good money. And, we could suffer through the same thing. And they haven't gone after investors yet because we're not big enough group compared to the National Association of Realtors membership. So be careful, go after those kind of things and make sure you're protected, and watch your P's and Q's, or as they say in the service, watch your six. Be very careful.